Gary Eake versus Gilbert and Najm on the TV table. Gary Eake is going to shoot the white ball and won the lag, and we'll see which Gary shows up this game. Well, that's a pretty good start. Looks like a 2. Gilbert's a strong player, very deliberate. Not that it takes a long time to find a shot. He makes sure that he's ready to hit the ball when he's going to shoot, and he's prepared. He sees the shots very quickly, and those of you who have heard him on the broadcast here know that he's really has a wealth of knowledge. Boy, that's a marvelous shot. Well, we're still even. thought he had a hit that was going to score there, but just missed. He's going to try to drop this into the corner and make it whip out. They come back and get the yellow ball. Done very well. I'm going to try to drop this in the corner. Long rail, short rail, long rail, and hold it up enough to get over it to that red ball. Not an easy shot. He didn't do it anyway. He went the exact opposite way. Maybe next time he'll listen to me. I doubt it. Almost made that shot there, and I don't know that that was the way he was playing it, but I think it. Now this shot here, I think it's going to be very difficult. I'm not even sure what he's trying to do here. I guess he's trying to go cross table, but boy, that was he's trying to reverse it. Double the rail there. I didn't have much room to work with at all. But did seem to be a rather easy bank. That's the hole. Short rail, long rail, short rail. Going around twice. How about that? Just pretty. I don't know if that's going to get over there enough, but boy, oh boy, that was a great try. There's so many more shots that just miss on this table than there are shots that just make. I don't know what causes that, or it's maybe I'm not paying enough attention to taking the makes for granted. It just seems to be that way to me, and I've done probably 12 to 15 games on this table. There's a play that he had to hit that ball very thin. Well, it's 4-2. As you can see, in the ninth inning. Favor Eake. I think that was on its way to a make until it ran into the red ball. It's a game with another one of these games here where nothing really is happening, not much at all. Gary's got 5 points in 10 innings, and Gilbert's got 2 points in 10 innings. Got to be careful where that red ball's going here. Okay. Good play, Gary. Well, he can play off the red ball inside, and long rail, short rail, long rail, short rail, long rail, 5 rails. I think that's what he's going to do.
Oh, Phil, how you doing? Oh, another call. Okay, that was Ellis Lawn. Yeah. Oh, he has one already? Just trying to get, to be honest with you, I want to catch up a little bit. With me, with my work, with playing, everything's okay. Trying to post some pictures, but, just, I'm trying to finish up with what I'm trying to work on. You know how it is, I'll get it over. I'll get it done, though, okay.
Oh, there's a score. That's something to talk about. And I think he's got another shot that wakes him. He's got a couple of variables here, a couple of options. And boy, he shot that awful fast. I don't know whether he's getting a little disinterested with his table here or what the story is, because that was a reasonable shot he had to shoot at there.
What's going on?
good.
Mhm. Okay.
Tom Rossman, say hello to the wonderful people out there watching this.
Hello, wonderful people out there watching this. Max, it's good to be with you. You've been over here. You're a warrior, buddy. You've been doing it all.
Well, I've been doing most all of the final games, and
How they hitting them pretty good. Looks like they saw a couple pretty good shots.
yeah, but if you look at the innings, Gilbert's got 4 points in 14 innings, and Gary's got 7 in 14 innings.
That seems to be the issue here. Can you tell?
Nobody seems to be able to adjust to this table, and this table's not going to change.
Yeah. You need to get in the groove now, right?
Well, they got to start trying to play like the table wants them to play.
You know what's interesting, Max, is that when you play this game, your brain is conditioned a certain way, and it's hard to make the adjustment.
Yeah, your brain's a tricky thing.
Yeah. Would that be the left or the right brain? Do you know?
I don't know which one I have left. I'm a little confused. Did I say left?
I think that's correct.
That's better. Yeah, correct is a better word.
Left would be the right one. That's correct. But anyway, it's good to have you here. How'd you enjoy the tournament, Max?
I enjoyed it. I had a good time. I thought I could have played better, but then again, I know my limits and so on and so forth.
Yeah. I see Mason's hitting pretty good during this tournament.
Well, this table mastered him too. I kidded him. He took a break after 10 points. And when he comes back, I said, "Geez, Mason, I wasn't sure that you were going to come back."
What they do, they're starting out. I noticed Brian Half was on that table. He started out with this big lead.
Right. Yes, he did. And then,
He sat like 12 innings, couldn't do anything.
yep. And then he really took it hard. I mean, he made it so hard on himself.
Yeah. I can't imagine a player doing that.
He came over and apologized to us after the game for not giving the viewers a good game. And I said, "Geez, you're beating yourself up there. I mean, if you miss a shot, you miss 2 shots. You keep on going."
The players know, or the people that are watching know how difficult this game is, and when they see these talented players that just off a little, they understand really. I think they want to see the billiards, but it's just tough unless you're actually here. It's very difficult to make. Could be something as simple as a little more humidity, a little bit drier, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And how do you figure all that out sometimes?
You don't, but I think they played enough now. Gary Eake, I think today, between yesterday and today, is his 3rd time on this table. And the first time he played on, he played terrific. And now he's struggling with the table.
Gary's been playing good this whole tournament.
Yeah, very improved player.
He was the top C player last year, I believe, correct? He won the award.
I hear that, yes.
Yeah, so he's really been working on his game.
Well, he has a table in his house now. I think he's got a Gabriel in there. I don't know if that's. I think that's what he
I
has.
think that's right. That's good.
I think because of Paul Frankel, almost everybody has a Gabriel. It's like they used to say, chicken in every pot. Every player's got a Gabriel.
Yeah, well, Paul's got the pot, and they're all buying something.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat. I like it.
I feel guilty on having a Chevy yacht, but he still talks to me.
I feel guilty just having a kitchen table. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know. But it's got 6 holes in it, though.
You can't miss. Yeah, it's pretty easy to make.
This guy, have you watched him play? Gilbert, Najm.
He's a position player. He plays a lot of positions. Somebody made a comment the other day on I read last night. I went off a little early, and I read that he says he focuses on his position quite a bit, more than most players.
He's done a lot of commentating with me, and I use him as my expert. I try to ask him questions, and he just is marvelous.
That's great. He tells you where everything's going, first ball and everything.
Yeah, because you know your options and then his choice.
Who does he work with? Has he had a mentor in the game? Do you know?
Well, he's from Lebanon originally, and he started playing as a young boy over there.
Uh-huh.
And I guess he spent a lot of time in France, he said, and
Wow.
studied there.
That's
He's
good.
a architect by trade.
He's also a computer genius.
Yeah, this guy's a very bright young man.
Yeah, he's super. That was a nice shot. Round the table.
Oh yeah, we do have a game going on, don't we?
Yeah, I noticed that. Well, I'm paying attention to the game, Max. I was listening to you at the same time with my other ear.
Yeah, well, this is a sort of a tough spot that I'm sitting in because the monitor sort of blocks half the table unless I get up.
Why don't you just look at the monitor, Max?
Because there's a big difference between the monitor and the table, and you'll really notice it when the balls get near the rails.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you can see that. Right. Oh, a force follow. Look at that shot. Watch it spin. Here it comes. Oh, was that sweet or what? How do you like it?
I like it. I actually love it.
That was beautiful. Boy, you got to drive through that ball there, don't you? Just
Yeah,
purpose,
I don't even
accuracy.
think he was that far away from his.
No.
I forget the beginning of the shot.
It was about a foot away from it. Nice,
Yeah.
really a nice stroke on that.
You appreciate those shots, don't you?
Oh,
you
yeah.
play a lot of them.
Yeah, I play a lot of them, but I don't get quite the same result. But last night I had one.
Well, I
of those.
mean, and your
Oh,
trade.
and I trade, yeah. Yeah. Of course, I have to miss it twice on purpose in order to show everybody how hard it is. You know that.
Yeah.
That's
goes
a-
to show your ability too.
That's the secret. He's got some nice little shots here. See, he's not going to reverse the rail here. Is he going short
No, I
angle?
think he's going to play three rails.
It's hard to see here what he put. Yeah.
He's going to cut that white behind the red.
That's it. Just
But he didn't quite do it, yeah.
His white kissed out that.
Well, he didn't make a good hit, period.
Yeah, that looked like it would have been an
He
easy
hit it
shot
too
for
thin
him.
because if he'd hit it a little bit thicker, the white would have missed
Yeah.
the red, and who knows whether he'd have made or not, but he would have been on his way.
You know, it didn't look like a hard shot, but of course we're sitting here. But sometimes just a little nuance. It doesn't take much, does it?
I hardly ever miss sitting here.
Really?
Yeah, hardly ever. And sometimes it gets boring.
So you're averaging about 5 in the chair.
Yeah, not 0.5. I mean the real 5.
Yeah, I understand. Look at this one. Yep. Beautiful.
Okay, Gary. This game is even anyway. Gilbert got back into the fray here, and
Yeah. You had-
Gary's got to make a move to keep him at bay.
I noticed the guy in the middle on the scores got 16 over there. Did you notice that?
Oh yeah, 16. Yeah, he's going to get more.
You think?
Oh yeah. Sometimes it's limitless how many he can make.
I think he goes up to 70 is what they put up there. It'll be a long game up
Oh,
there.
yeah.
They don't ever go that far. Oh, it's a little thin. Boy, how about this Pendennis Club?
Pardon?
How about this Pendennis
Oh,
Club?
this
And
is fantastic.
If you haven't been here, ladies and gentlemen, you need to take a trip to Louisville next time we have this tournament and come and watch the event and visit the Pendennis Club in downtown Louisville. First class red carpet treatment.
Now, the club is closed for food on Sundays, and they know we're in here playing. And one of their members, who has played in the tournament as their club champion, I guess, ordered pizza for all of us.
Tyler Thompson.
Yeah, Tyler.
Nice guy. Just super.
Oh, and especially nice now that he ordered a pizza.
Oh, yeah, that did it.
Yeah.
That put him right over the top.
And boy, we could certainly use that.
And you know something else they did for this event? They got all these tables brand new recovery.
Mm-hmm.
They're beautiful. I mean, they really did a nice job on them.
Well, I think that's they sort of planned around this the last
Yeah.
4 years. That's when they cover the tables,
Right.
and then it would last them a year because they don't really have a lot of play here. I don't imagine, but it's getting more and more popular because the young members here, and there are a lot of them, are sort of taking to the game.
That's good because they need to keep those young ones interested. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you ever look at Gilbert's cue? Do you see the back end of his cue stick, Max? Look at his cue, the design on it.
I have not.
Oh, it's an amazing cue stick. See, it's got. They can kind of see it on the screen once in a while. Take a look, ladies and gentlemen. Look at his cue, the back end of it, the butt of the cue, and look at the design on his cue. You can see
some sort of a wild design.
it's got a really crazy design of it. It's beautiful. I looked at it up close. A lot of inlay on that thing, but it's really. It feels good too. It's got a great balance.
It's the Beery model from Londoni. The Jeremy Beery.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, he's a player from France.
Beery
Yeah, Beery.
from Longoni.
Yep.
That's what the model. It's a beautiful cue.
Yeah, he's nice. Yeah, Gilbert's actually friends with Beery. He knows him pretty well.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. That was passed on to us by Drew, who is the engineer and streamer here. Without him, nothing happens.
What kind of tip are they using, Max, on their cues here? Do you know? Because a lot of players have
they
asked.
could they use what they call inlays. You know, the Moris, the Kamuris. I think it's called not Kamori, but something like that. The Japanese tip.
Yeah.
They're both Japanese tips, but a lot of the players I know try those and they don't stick with them. But I don't think Gilbert stays with it. Najm.
Gary just grazed that one. You might say he eked by it.
Yeah, Eake.
He eked by it. It's beautiful.
I don't know. That's a good question. I never really. That would be something to take, like maybe in the tournament in March. They ask the players,
Yeah, what kind of
former
tip
champions, what kind of tips they're playing.
to give some? Because that's one of the most popular questions I asked. And it'd be neat if when you were streaming or commentating that you could say 32% of the people use this tip, and it'd be kind of neat because they always ask that question. You know what kind of tip I use, Max?
I was just going to say something about your tip must be. You must either change them all the time.
Yeah.
My
tip,
tip
you mean?
really hard on. Yeah.
Oh no, I use.
I mean, in your pool.
Well, I have a special tip I use. It's called a Q-tip.
I thought that was for your ear.
Well, it's disposable, but it serves the purpose, Okay, Max, that's the only joke I do on Sunday.
Folks, this is like a vaudeville act here.
This is the only reason you want me up here next to you, Max.
Well, there's something because I sometimes you get a lot of dead air here because
Yeah.
there's only so much you can say about nothing going on. And
Yeah, I
and
understand.
when you have somebody that helps you, it really makes a better
Yeah.
broadcast thing.
And the other thing is you can take a nap when I'm talking, and you can take a nap when I'm talking, so it does help.
Never thought of that, but
Yeah, it's important. You go ahead, take it. I'll commentate for a while. Look at his shot. Watch this, Max. He dropped that. Oh,
Yeah, but
don't
he
take it.
did.
He had a beautiful shot there. Man, that was sweet. I love that shot.
yeah, but you've got to watch where all three balls are going.
Yeah, but boy, it's so difficult, isn't it? How do you, I mean, you got to really that first ball. Because see, the problem is you're hitting that first ball. You got spin on your cue ball, trying to allow.
You know
for
how difficult it would be to play pool if you had two balls moving all the time.
Oh yeah, be very difficult. This is the only game in the world where you're hitting a ball into a ball, and then your cue has to go and do something else. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's
The
not done. It's
complexity.
not done when it hits
Oh.
the first ball.
No, it's very difficult. Here we go.
That's no good.
Yep.
It's not that hit was not equal to his ability.
Yep. Close game. 10-9.
I wonder who won that game. or they just had a break, or what?
They're taking a break over there, Shovak in half.
Mm-hmm. They had a monster game at Shovak before this one.
Oh my, 2 hours, over 2 hours,
Yeah,
wasn't
it's
it?
almost 2.5 hours. And to win a game and play that long is
Well,
unbelievable.
it's a nightmare when you play 2 hours in a 25-point game and win. It's hard, but imagine if you're on the losing side of that equation. It's even harder on you.
Yeah.
You feel like you've been drained, but well, that's billiards.
I don't know if you've played on this table a few times this year, but I've seen this table now. I must have done 15 games at least. And the ball, you can't see the spin of the ball on the monitor, but if you were there, the ball would be spinning going into the long rails, but it would not spin anymore once it
Yeah,
hits.
that's
It
the
comes
problem.
straight off,
It's-
and that's
it's-
driving everybody crazy.
Yeah, it's strange. It's supposed to keep a nice wider angle.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, when you have that wider angle, you have a bigger target going to your ball, but they don't. It doesn't seem to keep it for some reason.
No, and it's this is what the players are fighting, and they shouldn't be fighting it. They're just going to have to figure that that's what's going to happen.
Yeah,
There's nothing they can do to change it.
the cross table there. Nice drop in. It's
I
beautiful.
think that most of the cause of that is the way the mechanic puts the cloth on.
You think?
Yeah, you got to tighten everything, especially the rail cloth.
Of course, these are pretty old tables too, aren't they? How old are these?
I think they're only about 20 years old, which
Really?
is like an infant's for a table, a billiard table.
I say.
But I think of the three right now, that old Brunswick place is good as
Yeah. The one that Jim is on back there?
Yeah, I should tell the folks
Yeah.
that there are three tables here. Two of these are French tables, the heated tables, and the other one is an old Brunswick that's been created and recreated and heated, and it doesn't play bad.
By the way, you said heated, Max. Now, how if a person has a 3-cushion table at home, can they heat a table without going to a lot of expense? Have you ever heard of how they do
Yeah,
that?
I did it. I had a Gold Crown years ago, and I tried several different things, even to the point of what they heat the Chicago pavements with. That principle, not easy to do. It's easy to get heat, but I almost set the thing on fire. You know, you could see
Really?
marks where the bars were underneath. It was a funny-looking table.
You know, somebody told me 2 days ago that they put light bulbs under the table. Up
Light
against
bulbs?
the light bulbs, high-intensity light bulbs up against the slate.
Yeah,
They
could
heat-
be.
That's kind of an interesting concept, too.
Yeah, well, it's an amateur's delight. It really is, trying
Yeah.
to figure that out. And I know at Medford, which you're going to make your debut this year,
I'm looking forward to that.
they tried to heat one table, and they tried 2 or 3 years with that one table, and they couldn't get it to work.
Well, why do you even want to heat the table, Max? Some people don't know what that's
You know,
about.
I think the reason for that is if you're in a humid area, it helps. But I played on heated tables without the heat, and they play beautifully. I think it's more because of the climate,
Oh.
and
So dampness, you want to get rid of that
you
dampness.
want to get rid of the dampness. You want the table as dry as possible.
It
Right.
radiates up into the rails and everything, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think, and I play at home in a room where he's got 2 Cheviots that are obviously heated, and puts very little heat on them. He's adverse to putting heat on them. You can tell there is heat because when you put your hand on a pool table
Right,
next
you
to
can-
it, the pool
yeah.
table's cold.
Right.
But it's not like mine. Mine is continually about 86, 87 degrees.
Wow.
His are probably 76 degrees.
Now, if you were playing somewhere where they didn't have a lot of humidity, you wouldn't technically have to heat a table.
Right. Mine is below surface, below ground level, and so
Here's a cute little shot, Max. He's shooting right out of this corner here. Real nice little over.
that's
Drop
see,
it.
what
Wasn't that
made
beautiful?
that is I mean, a
Beautiful.
good hit, but he didn't hit it hard.
No, he hit it nice.
If
Perfect
he,
speed.
if he hit it hard and hit around there, that ball might go straight across.
Yeah. They do a general rule of thumb is they shoot, when they're shooting off a red ball, they try to shoot hard off red or easy off white. Is that the yellow?
Yeah.
Is that a rule of thumb?
Well, I think it's maybe overblown a bit. I mean, I think
Yeah.
if you play the proper shot, I've repeated this over
Yeah.
and over. at the proper speed, you don't have to worry about your leaves.
No, that's correct.
You're going to make a big percentage of them, and when
Yeah.
you know, you're still not going to leave much.
You know, that's right, Max. A lot of times people will follow that rule from that old, and what will happen is they'll miss a good. They won't shoot the shot they should be shooting, just to protect themselves, and they lose their offensive game that way. There's Mr. Mason shooting. Look at there.
Better?
Mason just made a comment about his beautiful game he played. Yeah, how did you play? You want to tell the fans how you played? No, Mason doesn't want to tell them how he played. Did you win, Mason? You did win.
Well, he usually wins.
Are you
he hasn't
happy?
lost anything yet.
Yeah. Are you happy? Fans want to know if you're happy.
Yeah.
Okay, he says that Mason said that if the fans are happy, he's happy. So keep being happy,
Yeah, the
fans.
chat room's full of that question here.
We appreciate that. Thank you,
Somebody
Mason.
else comes in, chat, Mason who?
Yeah, yeah. Mason, thanks for Mason who? That was good. Well, thanks for sharing your thoughts with us, Mason. We appreciate it.
Continue good success, Mason.
Best to you, buddy.
25-12 we just won.
We got another great game. This is 12-10 or 12-11 right now, is it? It's beautiful. I like these close ones, regardless of the level player. I love the close games. Last night, did you see that game last night? There was two guys, not, they're about a .55 or what in that area, and great exciting game went right down to the final point. It was a wonderful game last night. Bob Byrne. Well, Bob averages pretty darn good. Bob averages is he about a .65 player?
I don't know what he is now. I think in his best years he was 7.5, something like that.
But what a game he played last night. He was playing a game, and it was Gary Eake. And man, they went down to the wire, down to the last couple points. It was exciting. Right on the edge of your seat the whole time.
Yeah.
I like those
That
games.
was down that far corner.
Yeah, back in that on that
Couldn't
old
see it
Brunswick.
from here.
Yeah.
Not only can you not see much of that table, you can't see the score at all.
Max,
the other
what's
table, if you got good eyes, you can see the
sure?
score.
What's Gary going to do here? He's got is this a reverse rail shot here, or what's he going to do? It's an interesting
Right
shot.
ball.
Yeah, he's
He
wide.
can't reach it, I think, to go out. He can't reach it with anything, with a bridge or
He's-
anything
it's-
to go
it's
around the
gonna-
table. The best thing he could do now is shoot with the wrong ball.
Shoot the what?
Shoot with the wrong ball and hope he doesn't get caught.
Shoot with the wrong ball. Yeah.
And
Well,
that's no bargain
well,
either.
Can he come off that left side of the yellow and go 4 rails? Is it too short of a stroke?
The left side of the yellow.
Yeah, and go around 4 rails. Can he hit the left side and come around 4 rails off the yellow? See, look at it on the monitor here.
I'm looking, but I'm also looking to see how far the ball's off the
Well,
rail.
that's the problem, yeah. Now look, what is he doing here?
I don't know what he's doing.
What is this thing? Oh, he's going.
He's going to
Cross the-
reverse backwards, but I don't know that.
Boy,
that's-
you got to hit that thin.
I don't think that's something you play on the fly. You got to practice that.
Oh,
you know,
man.
the trick shots.
Oh, you got
You
to.
can't just get up to one and make the shot. You got to practice it.
You know when you do that? You do that when you got 3 weeks with nothing to do. That's how you
Yeah.
practice that
You
shot.
set it up the shot, and you keep hitting it with 1 tip, 2 tips, whatever it takes. To
It wasn't a bad idea. I think it was possible, but man, it had to be. Of course, there wasn't much there.
No.
Sometimes you don't have much. What do you do?
You know, he could have played left. If he played left-handed, he might have been able to do something with
That's
that
the
shot.
one I was thinking about, left-handed shot. But,
Yeah.
You know. This is just a little simple around the table for Gilbert. He ought to have no problem on it.
Yeah, he should be able to make
Watch what
this.
the red ball does, Mac. Watch the red ball here. It'll go for position on the shot, too.
Well, he wants to make sure it
Yeah,
gets
see
to the,
the red
bottom
ball?
rail.
Look at,
yeah.
watch the red ball. It'll come back over. He didn't hit it quite hard enough. Didn't he want that red to be more than?
Yeah, I think you always want to keep the ball
Yeah.
from being in the middle of the table. You want it on one side or the other. But I think he's got something here he
Oh,
can
he's
do.
okay. Yeah, he's got a couple options here. Feather the red, maybe. If he can hit it that thin.
I think that's what he's trying to do.
It's got to be.
Players of his ability are just continually try to make these thin
See,
hits, and
that's
they're
the-
very good at it.
Yeah, look at his cue. Now, see the inlay there on that cue stick? It's beautiful. See that nice thin hit?
No, not too good.
Yeah. Yeah, he hit it too full.
And which is easier to do than make the hit.
It's a sellout here. Look at this.
Well, it's a good time of the game to do it
Yeah.
when it's 13 to
How
11
would you like to shoot this one, Max?
for the World's
Yeah,
Championship.
for the World Championship.
I would love it. I think I could make it.
You know what? I'd probably go around that yellow is what I would do.
There is room to do it, but not a lot.
Yeah.
It could be done.
Well, I would do that just as a showpiece.
Well, you're used to doing things
Yeah.
as a showman.
No, you don't
yeah.
want to. You don't want to make it
I
easy.
wouldn't want to do that. That wouldn't be my aim.
He has no problem, or no kiss, no nothing. Nothing can go wrong.
Well, he could get a kiss.
No, there's no kiss.
He came pretty
see
close
that?
to one.
See there? Did you see that? What just happened there? Now, Max?
You got an amazing eye.
Now, Max, do you still want me to commentate after coming up with that
No,
switch?
I think I would have to think about shooting that for the World's Championship now.
I actually called that. You know,
You did.
that's the first one I've called in 3 years on commentating. There's still hope.
That's about 5 inches off the
Look
rail.
at
Yeah,
that.
there's
Do you
enough
believe
room.
it went around that thing?
And at that speed, too.
I'll tell you, Dan Colas last night shot a shot, went around the ball. It wasn't an inch and a half off the rail. 2.5 inches. Just beyond the width of a ball. He couldn't believe it. Everybody was watching him. Did you see that game with
I couldn't
Dan?
see it from here. I was doing something
Well,
else.
it was beautiful. Oh yeah, you were commentating. Here we go.
You don't hear anyone saying anything yet?
You got to talk to him. You got to talk to Drew.
Let the commercial, let me know when the commercial goes by. Tom, Dr. Q will say hello to you. Lotus. Okay. You're on that, right? Okay, done. Tell me when you hit Dr. Q.
Well, Max, guess what? We have a special guest on the watching the stream right now. You want to know who it is?
I couldn't imagine.
Well, it's Mr. Paul Frankel's wife, Rose, is on the phone with Paul, and she's watching the stream and wants to say hi to everybody. Most of you don't know Rose Frankel. She's a heck of a lady, I'll tell you that.
Well, hi, Rose. I'll take the Q doctor's word. And Paul was best friend of Professor Q Ball. They're best friends from what I understand.
Say hello back, he can hear you.
Yeah, hello back.
Hello back.
Yeah, you can hear. She can actually hear us, and she's on the phone.
Well, she got a loud computer, I guess.
They don't know about this stream. They're making fun of us, Max.
I said, hold on. I said, say hello back. You can hear me, go here. She's talking to you.
Well, Rose, let me tell you something, Rose, about how this works. We can say something, and you can hear us, but we really can't hear you, Rose, just so you know how the technology works. But thanks for we appreciate your effort in saying hi back. Did you hear her say hi back, Max?
Absolutely.
All right, I gotta go.
Thanks, Rose, for the truffles, Rose. Thanks for the truffles.
You right?
That's fun.
She gave us some truffles the other day. It was great, man.
I love them.
Boy, they're great.
All right? I'll call him later.
I can hear her now.
Yeah. It looks like, Max, I'm looking here at Drew sitting down here on the stream, and it looks like his chat is loaded up with people. I wonder how many people are on that thing. You see all the people on there? They must be coming from all over the world.
Paul got on there and made everything brighter.
How's it looking down there, Drew? We got a bunch of people? Wow, that's awesome.
It's mostly technical stuff, isn't it, Drew?
What are they asking, Drew? Is technical stuff about the game? Yeah. Well, I know they didn't have to pay extra to get us back here. Okay. Max volunteered the whole weekend. This is my first time, and I'm kind of getting used to it now, Max.
Well, you got to be sure I gave my stipend to you to come on, so I'm
saw
working
you.
for nothing.
I saw you take a nap. I had to get over here and wake you up. So thanks, Max, for having me. I really appreciate it.
Look at this great shot.
Isn't that beautiful?
Nothing,
Give it to him.
No reward.
Red was in the wrong place.
As Gilbert would say himself, it was not a good conclusion.
Yeah. Boy, what a game we got. 14-12. I love it. They're averaging about .5 here, it looks like. Maybe just a shade over for Gilbert. Gary's about .5. Now, Gary's about a .4 something player, so he's playing a little bit better than his normal game. But Gilbert's under his normal game.
Oh, Gilbert is getting very near to 1, I would think.
Yeah, that's right.
If you ask him, he's very modest about his game.
Yes, he is.
But you can tell by the selection of shots and, that he knows how to play the game.
Boy, what a nice guy, too. I had a nice talk with him.
Yes.
He loves the game. Now, is he from California?
He's in Burbank now. Lives in Burbank. And,
we got players from all over.
Absolutely.
30 players this year. First time we got 30, and it could have got more. We're limited a little bit. They've got actually 2 other tables here they could convert into a 3 cushion. They got the rails for them, but this tournament keeps growing every year. And in fact, this year they started a day earlier than last year. Okay, what do we got? So you're going to go all the way around the table?
Yeah, he's going to hit this pretty full and get it down to the corner, but he wants to keep the ball out of the kiss range.
Why to go back and forth or across the table?
Yeah.
Oh, no, look at he spun that ball forward. Oh, don't kiss.
I don't know why. I really don't know why, unless he couldn't get the angle, because the same kiss problem is there with either way.
Yeah, maybe. Wow.
There you are, but he made this.
Oh, he got it.
Yeah, see, he's way ahead of us.
Well, what do they call that?
I can't say that.
And Max, wait a second. Max, you're an expert at those shots. Tell me what they call that.
Well, the nearest I could come is they call it a cluck down in Florida.
A who?
A cluck.
A cluck.
Yeah, it's something it rhymes with or something like that. I don't know.
Write that down, fans. Yeah. That's called a cluck. I used to call it a scratch. But,
yeah, scratch is a good one.
But cluck's a better word. Wow, that was amazing. Basically, that's a shot when you get it. You get the point when you're not expecting to get the point that way. That's a kind of a freak of the game. Oh, there it is. There it is.
No, it's no good.
No, it's not. It's just a sweet little stroke they put
he
on
just
there.
Can't seem to get anything going where he can run 4 or 5 billiards here. Yeah. And from what I understand so far, there isn't really a high run in the finals.
No, there hasn't.
There were 3 sevens in the preliminary, which is not a very high run for all 30 players.
Yeah, the runs haven't been that high. In fact, I think the tournament average is down a little bit. It doesn't look like a lot from what I remember last year. It just seemed like for some reason the over across the board is not quite as high. I don't know.
You know, I hear, I guess you probably know the story better than I, that Jim Stoner won the amateur artistic
That's right. He was
championship.
Jim won the world artistic championship in Vegas at the Valley National 8-Ball Association last year. I was running that with my wife Marty, and we've run it for 18 years. And he won the world championship against a guy from Spain. His name was Isaac Osuric, and he beat him and everybody else out of about 200 people. That's pretty neat. Jim's got a real fascination for the game of 3 cushion. He's retired, you know, and he's a pro golfer basically. He's a scratch golfer, and he also plays 3 cushion 2 to 5 hours a day at a place in Indianapolis called Brickyard Billiards. He's really taken up the game and just he loves it. You know, last year he was struggling. This year, he's playing like a champion.
Well,
Jim Stoner,
he's apparently very talented with a club in his hand,
Oh,
whether it's
my
a pool
goodness.
cue or a golf
oh,
club.
he loves it. Well, actually, his wife tells him to get out of the house and just play one of those two. That's what he does now. Can you imagine how your wife says, go play those two games? Yeah, he loves it.
This shot is
There it
just
is,
not
right
up to
there.
his standards.
No, he's off. But he's just picking away one at a time. I don't think the innings have been moved. They're losing a few innings here because it was 25 3 shots ago.
Well, that could be.
I think it's about 28 or 29 innings now.
After a while, you want to forget about
Yeah,
it.
after all. That's right.
The only way you want your innings to show is if you're having a good game.
Yeah.
That's going to
Watch
make
this back up. Look at this shot. What do they call that shot?
a miss.
Nice call.
Wow, this is a dandy.
Oh, he'll just feather the right side of that.
Yeah,
red
he can make this shot because he's got young eyes.
ball. Oh, yeah, he'll hit
And he
it.
can bridge very well.
Yeah, I like this shot.
That's just perfect.
Wasn't that beautiful? That's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. Now I think on this, and he's going to draw the cue ball back into the side rail, won't he? That'd be a natural shot.
Yeah, well, it's not a natural easy one, though. It's
No,
not an easy
you gotta
natural.
Right. The problem here is if he tries to draw that, he would get a kiss maybe on the red.
Yeah, the red might come across and come right back at him.
That's the biggest problem with this shot. Watch what the red ball does here. Watch. Oh, he reversed the rail to get out of the kiss.
Yeah.
Did you see that, Max?
Yeah, I always ask somebody, if you're going to do something like that, let me know so I don't get a whiplash. You expect your head to go this way,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden you got to whip it back
Well,
the
I thought
other
I was
way.
watching table tennis. I had already turned to the left.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean.
I-
I hope you don't get a stiff neck from
Well,
that.
I'm going to ask him to please tell us their shot next time. It was a pretty good try. But you know what, Max? The reason he did that was to avoid the kiss.
Yeah. Well, he didn't hit it that good, so
Yeah.
that changes everything.
Yeah. Well, you know, I've shot that shot myself for about 25 years. I'm going to stop shooting it where I try to draw it. I'm going to do what he just did. It makes more sense now.
Yeah, I think you get a better result with it.
Yeah, I think so. Here's a nice little shot. He likes these shots, no problem. Just go right around, drop it on down. That's a
Get over there, Red.
pretty basic shot for these
There
guys.
you go.
That was nice. Well, what's he going to do? 5 or 2 and drop it up there? Probably 5.
We might go 5 around the table here, but
Well, he's worried about
that's
that
tough
cue
to
ball.
do. Yeah, it's tough to get that angle on this table.
Yeah, he's going to go the 2, see? He's doing that to keep the cue ball out of the action. Now he's changed his mind and going to 5.
No, he's back to where you're right. What
There you go.
suggested. He's going around twice, the son of a gun.
Yeah, that's about as good as he could hit that. That's a
Oh,
hard.
that was really a great
Well, it
effort.
was a beautiful effort because you jacked up a little bit and you lose your roll. I mean, he hit it really good. You know, I used to watch Sang Lee when he would shoot some shots. It never looked like he ever hit hard, ever.
No, and the ball just seemed to run until it
Yeah.
stopped when it hit the other
That's
ball.
exactly right.
No matter how far it had to go.
Like on that shot.
Absolute
He would
genius.
have just hit it and smooth and it would have gone right on around the table. I was always amazed to watch him play.
I
You know-
always, if I'm watching some billiard tapes, some old ones, I always pick out one of his to watch.
You know, I asked him one time why he played the game, why he taught the game. And he always made a comment that just to enjoy the beauty of the game. You know, when you think about it, he really liked just
Oh,
the
he
beauty.
was a very artistic type
Oh, he was
player.
beautiful. He was
yeah.
beautiful.
And all the other players in the tournament, they don't usually watch each other play, but they all watched him play
Yeah.
because they were going to see something they hadn't seen before. And
Super player. You know something I've got at home, Max, was I played in that first Sangley Invitational. After he passed away, they had an that event, and they gave everybody in the event a little acrylic headpiece. It was like a little, about 2 inches high. It was a Sangley's sculptured image in a piece of acrylic glass. Sangley Invitational. It was a very unique little gift they gave everybody playing a tournament. I've got that on my desk. When I want to dream about how to play billiards, I just look at it for a while. Because he could certainly play the game, that was for
it
sure.
was a nice effort there.
Yeah, it was.
He came out a little too far, but
Well, he had it, when he shot down, if you looked at his left leg, he raised his left leg a little bit and kind of help it out to get out of the kiss.
I think that tournament was in Carom Cafe, right?
Yeah, it was Carom Cafe.
Yeah, I believe I played in that tournament as well.
I think you did, Max. I don't know if they still have it or not. They have so many tournaments.
yeah, it was a big tournament. There
Big,
were
big,
players
big.
in from all over the world.
They had 144 players in the
yeah.
tournament. It was the inaugural $100,000
Yeah,
tournament.
they had it for about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And I think they may have something like it now, but I don't know if that's
Yeah.
the same thing.
Now, you know what's unique about up there at Carom Corner is that is it Carom Corner or
Carom Cafe.
Carom Cafe. You know what's unique is they teach the billiard player, the young players up there.
Yeah.
A lot of young players playing up there.
Well, they also have that one table in the corner near the counter
Yeah.
with a video one there. You can pay for an hour, half an hour you want, and get a video of yourself playing.
Uh-huh.
Now, that doesn't really mean that much
Look at
unless
this
you know
shot.
what you're doing.
Look at this shot. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. He hit that ball
See,
so...
I don't get excited about a shot that's not going to make.
But Max, you don't have any idea how hard... Max, have you played this at all? Did you see that shot?
Yeah, I know. I'm just
You-
pulling your leg.
Oh, you were
here,
pulling
but
my leg.
Yeah.
Let me move over a little.
That's
That was a heck.
I always call that when you play too much general direction.
Oh, he got a bad breakthrough. He hit that ball beautiful.
He sure did. Boy, that was. Still don't know how that shot missed.
What, nice and smooth. This is just a beautiful little shot. Here it comes. Say hello. Hello.
You
One
didn't
thing-
see now that ball, that angle should have hit on the other side of the red ball. If that happens, that red ball's in the corner,
Yeah.
and he's got a nice
So
gimme
you-
to shoot
So
at.
are you saying he didn't hit it right?
No, he hit it fine. I think the table took away from him.
Oh.
And that's part of the problem here.
Yeah. What about the ceiling? Was it too high?
The ceiling's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing wrong with the ceiling.
Now what are you going to do?
It's right up there.
Watch this cute little drop down. Two-railer coming around.
He's
Yeah.
gotta
Pretty.
watch out here. But that red ball, if he
No,
hits it
no.
too thin, the red ball won't move.
He didn't move. Watch this. He hit it.
Just beat it. But he
Oh.
got too little.
That was a sweet hit. You want to say something? Cover it.
We're probably gonna miss the main match because he's gonna be leaving. So, later on, we need to say something. His plane is at 7, I'll probably leave here about 5:30. I wanted to get those 2 third-place finishers. Unfortunately,
There's no way we know who they're going to be.
Jim finishes the last match. He's the one that's gonna tell us the stats.
And a boy, Gary.
So what do we do? No, we close it down, then gotta talk to Jim and him and see how we want to present ourselves over the air about live streaming.
Can you do it with vocal only? Can you do a vocal thing only? Is there any kind of audio you can do? Like a radio show? You know?
Very descriptive.
We'll find out.
We could do a radio show. Yeah. You could explain
I've
everything.
never done that.
You don't miss them radio.
You could tell them whatever you wanted. They could believe it.
Listen, Max, we get really good to that, buddy.
All right, Gary. Just caught the edge of that. Gary just caught the edge of that to score, and he's got to make this thin hit and
Yeah, I think
three-rail shot.
Gary's going to have to get some points because it looks like Gilbert's put it away pretty good. Uh-oh. A little long.
It's no good.
He did get a point, though. Look at there.
Paul could put the results of the finals on his website. You can announce it. That's where it's going to show.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this shot you're going to see here is going to challenge anybody that wants to play this game. This is an umbrella, like an umbrella off the two rails off of red into the side rail. That's what he's going to do. Or is he going to go 5 rails? He's going to come off.
I think that ball is frozen. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, he's going to try here. It looks like to come off of
I don't think so.
two
He's gonna
rails.
bank it.
2 rails red. Yeah, 2 rails. Watch, 5 rails. How did he hit it? How did he hit it? Look at this. Oh, you got to be kidding. Oh, what a great shot. You just witnessed one of the greatest shots in the game right there. I mean, that is so precise. Scale of 1 to 10, that's a 32.
Is that something like your formula?
Yeah, and position,
80
by the
divided
way,
by
and
C,
position
B.
play, Max.
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably that's all he was really concerned about.
He could actually play off the red ball here, too. He doesn't have to play off the white.
That's correct.
See, now what's deceptive here is seeing how far that red ball is. There it looks like it's frozen.
Yeah,
There it's about 3-4 inches off the rail.
probably a little bit of both. Yeah, look at this. He's going to go off white here.
Yeah.
Is there any kind of a potential kiss in this, Max?
I don't think so. You're going to cut it very thin, and the kiss ball should be gone.
Let's see what the white ball does. I've always wanted to just watch it and see what happens here. Okay.
Oh, he hit it. He followed it.
What is he doing here? He
It's
did
all
a
right.
forced follow, didn't he?
Yeah.
That was a smart move. Is it hard enough?
No, it's not very good.
He made the point.
It's terrific.
Now that was a force,
Yeah, that was.
and that was to
forced
get
foul.
out of a kiss.
Exactly. But normally the rule of thumb is if you're on that half of the table where you start out,
Yeah.
where your scoreboard is, you would cut the ball. If your object ball is on the far half of the table, you would follow it.
Well,
If
he
the
hit that
ball's
sh-
close to the
I'll
rail.
tell you, somebody else who hits those force fouls is Dan Kolatz. He hit those perfect. I saw him shoot 3 of those in this tournament. Just hit them perfect. He's got another natural here. There it
Look
is.
out.
Oh, he got a kiss in that. I can't believe it. Mr. Brian Half is just joining us in the booth.
Jim Shovak
Jim Shovak just
running an 8.
ran an
Oh,
8.
we got a high run today. Finally, we got an 8 by Jim Shovak.
Pete Duberton's 6.
And
Still lost the match. 10.
Jim lost the match running an 8.
he lost with an 8.
And Dennis Dubertine
Dennis
won the
Dubertine.
match against Jim Shovak.
No, I won the match against Shovak, but Duberton ran a 6 earlier. Shovak beat the 6 with an 8.
Okay.
So Jim Shovak is the
basically,
higher.
that's the half of it.
That's the half of it, you smarty.
Yeah, that was Brian Half, and that was a great joke. Max just came up with a great joke, but I'm sure he's the only one that got it. So thank you, Max, for telling us that joke. Brian Half is a great guy, everybody out of Chicago, and he's had a wonderful tournament.
You hear him on the air here too a lot.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
been doing a lot of
What a
work
super-
helping us out. Good player
Wow.
and a nice man.
That's kind of brutal when you run an 8 and lose.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Here's a nice little natural shot, isn't it?
Yeah, no worries here. He's got position pretty
Oh,
good,
yeah.
except he hit a little hard. But he'll figure something out.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
got
he's
something
got-
to work with.
He likes this kind of stuff. He's up to about.
Now it's another force follow here.
No, he's just gonna go off the left side. Well, it was, wasn't it? Yeah, it was kind of a half and half.
Yeah, it was.
He kind of drove the ball.
He wanted to keep the kiss ball away from the score ball.
You know, I think he only needs 1 or 2 points here because he's just run either 2 or 3. So
Yeah, he's made 2. He needs 2 more.
Barry, Freddie, and Angelo say
Yeah, that's where I play. Barry, can you answer that? Tell him not to use Barry. Tell him he's 10. I'm 14. He's 10. I didn't know who it was. That's the truth.
you can tell him, Max. Go ahead and tell him.
Yeah, I could do that, Barry. Don't call it as Barry. I won't know who you are.
We got some people in the chat here that having a little fun with us right now. So
I can't see the chat room, so I was going to ask Drew to do it. But then my cohort here says, "You dummy, you can just tell him."
yeah, he's trying to explain to Chad like 10 feet away when he could just say it in the mic. So that's all right, Max. I'm going to keep you in line, buddy. Don't worry about a thing.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a doctor. I'll take care of you.
You are a doctor.
Yeah.
You're also a doctor of veracity.
Yeah. Of who?
Veracity.
Veracity, yes.
You're a truth doctor.
Yeah, right. Okay, here we go. How do you like these long shots? Look at this
I
thing.
like him when he shoots them.
Boy, I tell you got to hit this ball so sweet. No.
What's wrong with
Is
this?
that the way he was doing that?
Perfect.
Now, Max, wait a second.
Perfect.
Max, explain that to me, please. What happened?
I can't quite explain it, but I know he's my new favorite player.
I'm telling you what, if he played that, I want his autograph.
He acts like he played it. He's not apologizing. He's just
Well,
going about his business.
some some players just move on. You know why that is? Because there's so many times when you shoot a shot and you get kissed out of the shot. You deserve a few of those.
Yeah. That's a good rationalization.
Oh, yeah, that's why I rationalize it.
I don't think Gary Eake likes it a bit, but not a bad rationalization.
Yeah. Okay, look at this, Max. He's coming to go 2 rows this shot, Max. He's coming behind the red on this. He's going to go 2 rails behind the red.
Yep.
I'm going to call this shot, okay? And he's going to bounce back to the end rail and make the shot a little punch stroke. What do you think?
Well, I think you're calling the shot correctly.
Any questions?
He missed it. That's a question. Why did he miss it?
I
You were
just
so
call him.
sure.
I don't give the result.
Well,
I
you
just call him.
Call how to play it, not how the result is. I
don't-
understand. Yeah.
Most of the time when I call them, they do something the other way anyway. So if they was listening to me, they probably never make anything.
Well, that's
What do
probably
you got?
why you're still an apprentice.
Yeah. We've just been informed by Ed Friedman that I'm the doctor in the house. So whatever I said, use 2 Qs, call me in the morning, Ed. Look at this shot. Oh, no, don't kiss. God, I get too much into this game, Max.
Yeah, well, see, that's why sometimes it's not fair. Some guy gets it and the other guy doesn't
Oh,
get
look
it.
at this now. This is the diamond system. You want to explain the diamond system?
Not at all.
Here, he's calculating right now how to make this shot.
He's calculating how to get that white ball out of the
No,
way.
he only
That's
needs
what he's
he only needs
calculating.
1 point. He's going to make the point.
Yeah, he is going to make a point.
He's going to come off. It's in the bag.
That's the point of this.
He's going to go short on it, or long, one or the other.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the
Can't
game,
beat your
ladies and
logic.
gentlemen. Go ahead, Max. You want to finish it up with it?
No, I would like to thank you for sitting in. You've made this a lot of fun for me.
Well, I had to stay awake, and I appreciate it, Max. Coming over here with you is always a special treat, and I mean that. You're a heck of a guy, buddy.
I agree. Thank you.
160 years experience between these two.
Yeah.
Pardon?
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the end of that match, and
Yeah,
we've got another one coming up here real soon. I'm not sure what, but just it was 25-15.
Oh, good.
Gilbert. Pronounce Gilbert's last name.
Najm.
Najm. Gilbert Najm, 25, and he was playing against Gary Eake, who had 15. So, ladies and gentlemen, we
33.
yeah, 33, and we appreciate you all so much tuning in with us and enjoying the moment, and we'll be back here in a little bit with the next match.